May the 4th be with you guys. I'm actually wearing a Star Wars shirt of mine. Well, it's kind of like a crossover between Kingdom Hearts and Star Wars. Goofy being C-3PO, Donald Duck being R2-D2, and Sora being the main character of the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Well, either him's supposed to be just a random Jedi or he's supposed to be Luke Skywalker, but I believe he's supposed to be Luke Skywalker. Anyways, I wore this shirt because it's May the 4th, Star Wars holiday. Practically all the Star Wars fans, if you consider yourself as a Star Wars fan, then you will know that May 4th is May the 4th be with you, a national Star Wars holiday. I even got a billion pretty much versions of these. Not all of them can light up. I got this Sith one that can light up, this blue one that can light up, right on, but it's not as bright or as cool as this. But Star Wars has definitely changed my life. My mom didn't let me watch Star Wars until I was 11. I thought that was in like 2007. I'm 23 now, and it was 12 years ago actually where I was able to in my opinion, formally get introduced to Star Wars. I mean, you can say that my brother, by trying to get me to watch like the Clone Wars show, the one that only lasted like 2 seasons. You can say that was kind of like my formula, because my brother had me watch like a few episodes of it. To be honest, and by this time I already watched like some clips of Star Wars, of all 6 films, because at that time Lucasfilms wasn't bought out by Disney, so Star Wars wasn't bought out by Disney, and at that time there was only 6 Star Wars movies. 7 if you count. I'm going to say 7. 7. The 7th one being the holiday special. In my opinion, the worst one. God, sorry. And I honestly thought that was garbage. I hated. I hate the Star Wars special. Still do. I always hate the Star Wars holiday special. But at the time when I watched the Clone Wars, that my brother made me watch, and before I was 11, and the clips I've seen of Star Wars, I didn't really, I always thought that the I Am Your Father scene was cool. But outside of that, I thought Star Wars was stupid. And then I watched Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, my very first Star Wars movie, and I said, what the hell? Why did I judge this so harshly? And why didn't Ma, I call my mom third Ma, why didn't Ma not let me watch Star Wars until I reached 11? Why? And I was so pissed at her. So kind of upset at her for not letting me watch Star Wars before I was 11. But at the time, the thing I was fanboying the most was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now that got replaced by Star Wars. And so, after I watched Revenge of the Sith for the very first time, I went back, watched The Phantom Menace, then Attack of the Clones, then rewatched Revenge of the Sith, then New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. So I watched them chronological order from the numbers. So episode 1 was The Phantom Menace. Episode 6, I ended off with episode 6, Return of the Jedi. And only at that time there was only 6 movies, as I said before. And before I go into any further, I want to say that guess this will kind of tie into this. What I want to say, I got this lightsaber 3 years ago. I'm sorry, at Disney World. I spent 2 weeks in Florida, Disney, and my first week I spent time with my best friend's family. The second one, I got to spend time with my sister, who works at Disney. Which, love you, sis. Uh, my friend's father said, "Okay, we're going to buy you one thing. I'm going to buy both of you one thing." I said, he's going to buy me one thing. He's going to buy my friend one thing. So that was the first strong in my family, quoting Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. I wanted that, but all of the shirts were in small. I am large, and in a few cases, extra large. It depends on the brand. Every blue moon, I'm a medium, but consistently, I am large in shirts. Sometimes extra large. Not so much a medium. So, I didn't see that, so I got this. Because it's Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Luke Skywalker's being my favorite Jedi. In general. Green's my favorite color, so gives me two good reasons. And it looks real. On video it looks real. Oh my god. But it looks so real. And actually I took this to C2E2 with me this year. Thank you, bro. Because my brother, I've been going to that C2E2 convention for a few years now. This year was the first time he let me bring this lightsaber, because he said, "Oh, well, I feel like you are responsible enough. If you want to take more than one lightsaber, you can. If you want to take this lightsaber, you can." So I took 3 lightsabers. I took my Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber and my Anakin Skywalker lightsaber, which can go on my belt. And I took this one, which I had the Star Wars Weekend bag that has 2 big pockets in. I put this in one of the 2 pockets because I didn't feel like holding this the entire day in my hands. But they also had a Chewbacca backpack. You know, it's not like, you see what Chewbacca wears in the movies, where it's kind of like those man purse, as they might call it. I figured, okay, there would be a chance for me to get that eventually, so I didn't get that. And speaking of Chewbacca, which is the subject I want to touch on, was I didn't make a video yesterday or 2 days ago when I heard it. I wanted to mention this today. Peter Mayhew has sadly died from, I don't know what, probably old age, natural causes, on Tuesday. The only movies I've seen him in was Star Wars. He was Chewbacca in the original trilogy. He reprised his role as Chewbacca in Revenge of the Sith. He was wheelchair bound for a while. He went through like physical therapy to get out of wheelchair bound, just so he can reprise his role as Chewbacca in The Force Awakens. I don't know if he was Chewbacca in The Last Jedi. To be honest, I kind of doubt that he was Chewbacca in The Last Jedi, but I could be wrong about that. And if I am, I'll totally admit it right now. If I'm wrong, I'm only open to it. But right now, until somebody in the comment section, I fact check it after this video, I don't believe Peter Mayhew was in The Last Jedi as Chewbacca, I don't think. But Peter Mayhew, from what I heard, he was a really nice guy. A rare breed nowadays, because nice people are like rare breeds. I like to think I'm a nice person until you get on my bad side in terms of trying to hurt someone I care about, physically or mentally. Then that's when my bitch switch comes by. But outside of that, I try to be a nice person as well. Peter Mayhew is, from what I've heard, should be an example of what you want to strive to be. And I don't really know much about Peter Mayhew besides he was an actor, he was in Star Wars. Fun fact about Chewbacca, they had to, for Return of the Jedi, when they were in Endor, in the actual area where they shot Endor, they had to put like rangers, I think, like per se bodyguards, so random people won't mistake Peter Mayhew in a Chewbacca outfit as a Sasquatch and try to shoot him for money, thinking that he's actually a Bigfoot. But on. But yeah, Star Wars holiday. Star Wars May the 4th, and it's my favorite holiday, and you want to make a gift, sorry. Love you, Nemo. Go subscribe to his channel. It's Nemo the Cat. You could see his adventures. I love you, Nemo, okay? Go on, boy. Probably get my socks out of the way because he likes playing with my socks. But and for those of you who will say, oh, you should grow up because Star Wars made for children, George Lucas said that himself. Fuck you. Whoever says that. I'm 23, 7 years away from being 30. As much as I don't like to admit it, that's the truth. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. I got 2 Jedi costumes. One of them is kind of Kylo Ren costume that I kind of converted into a Star Wars costume. I've been taking to C2E2 for the past few years. Got about at least 10 of these. Most of them don't even light up. And like 2 of them clips onto my boat. 3, sorry. I got multiple Star Wars shirts. I got a Yoda backpack where it looks like Yoda is pulling what he did in Empire Strikes Back with Luke behind my back. And I got every single Star Wars movie, including literally all the Star Wars movies. Take it back. The only Star Wars movies I don't have are the Solo Star Wars Story and the Holiday Special. Solo Star Wars Story has more of a chance for me to buy it than the Holiday Special because I despise the Holiday Special. In my opinion, that's the worst movie of the 12 Star Wars movies, because there are 9 Star Wars movies in terms of episodes. The 9th one coming out in December. And then there's Solo, Rogue One, Clone Wars, and the Holiday Special, 13. I'm more willing to put up with L3 annoying me more than watching the Holiday Special, because I watched the Holiday Special and I wanted to go sleep 5 times. That's 2 hours of my time where I won't get back. That's how bad it is. And there are so many things wrong with the Holiday Special, I'm not even going to go into it. Oh, and I got 5 Star Wars books. 1 that ties into the Jedi religion. 2 ties into the Sith religion. So I kind of studied up on the light side and the dark side of the Force. But I still consider myself more of a Jedi. Maybe as a great Jedi. 3, the Bounty Hunter Guide. 4, the Imperial Army or Imperial Handbook. Talks about the Empire. The Sidious Empire. And then 4, the Rebel Files. Talks about the Rebel Alliance in the original trilogy. My favorite Jedi is Luke Skywalker. Hence, the main reason why I got this lightsaber. I mean, yeah, I get a lot of people's complaints about Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. I didn't really mind the crabby old Luke, in The Last Jedi only because we have one more Star Wars film after The Last Jedi. If this was Episode 9, then I would have issues with Luke Skywalker being so crabby. My only complaint about Luke Skywalker in the movie, in The Last Jedi, was Rian Johnson killed Luke's off. That wouldn't really be a complaint if he didn't do it in the lamest way possible for the character, in my opinion. But Luke Skywalker is my favorite Jedi. He pretty much came from nothing, found out, and he always wanted to. Came from farmer's family practically because he was adopted by his aunt and uncle. Trying to becoming more than that, he essentially did in the end. He found out his father was one of the most hated men in the galaxy, and did his best to convert him to the light side of the Force, which was successful. And then according to Rian Johnson, he tried to kill his own nephew because he had a bad dream. That part I can do without. Ahsoka is my favorite Grey Jedi, especially my favorite character in the Clone Wars, because / Rebels, because she was a Jedi. She was accused of something she didn't do. The Jedi Order, except for Anakin, turned their backs against her, saying, "Yeah, fuck you, Ahsoka. We're abandoning you so the Senate can judge you." So you cleared her innocence more like Anakin did. When the Jedi Order said, "Oh, you can go back if you want," she said, "Fuck you. You expelled me from the Jedi Order for practically thinking of I did something I'm not, that I didn't do. Fuck you." Leaving. And then she finds out in Rebels, her former Jedi Master, turned to be a Sith Lord, and she fights him, nearly dies, but she doesn't, and I'll geek out if Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka ever did meet, like, even if they made like a 5 minute short, I would geek out, just saying. You should do that, Disney. And if you hear my cat snoring, sorry. But Star Wars has changed my life, I like to think in a positive way. If you think I'm immature for liking Star Wars, well then, okay, that's your opinion. I don't care. But even if I don't fully agree with how the people behind Lucasfilm's been handling things with Star Wars, I will always be a Star Wars fan in my heart. This being one example. This video being another example. And yeah, so Star Wars is I definitely made me I would like to say a better person. I know he's a fictional character, but Luke Skywalker is literally one of my heroes. I try to be more like the Luke Skywalker that was in the original trilogy, not so much the crabby old man Luke Skywalker that we saw in the sequel trilogy so far. But I try to aspire to be like Luke Skywalker of the original trilogies, original trilogy. And I'm 23. I can Star Wars. No plan to change that unless if something way better comes along, which I doubt it. Even though, with a combination of all 13 movies, I kicked out a lot in the 13 movies plus the 2 Star Wars Clone Wars and Rebels. Not as much as I did with the final fight with Avengers Endgame. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Now it's slightly off subject, but Marvel and Lucasfilms are both Disney, so the Avengers and Star Wars are both on Disney, so kinda not off topic, kinda. Anyways, May the fourth be with you, and that's Gamer Cat. And I'll see you guys soon. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. May the force be with you always.